First of all, I want to welcome you here today to this UN Staff Day. This is your day, your staff day, and I want all of you to enjoy it. But before that, I want to make sure that all of you understand the meaning of this day. This is a day to recognize and celebrate the skills, the commitments, the dedication and talents that UN staff demonstrate in so many ways, on so many challenges at different places in the world. UN Staff Day was observed for the first time in 1953, but then it has not been marked in recent years, especially here in Ethiopia. For those long-serving staff who remember staff days of long ago, it will be a return to the grand festival which honors the work of staff and their ability to keep the organization and its mandates moving forward. For retired staff, it represents an opportunity for them to reconnect with each other and former colleagues still working at the UN in kind of social setting. I hope that today also we are having here with us not only active staff, but only some retirees. So the decision to reinstate the observance was aligned with an appeal from staff representatives across the world to revive the venerable tradition which acknowledges and celebrates the remarkable work of UN staff. On 8th September this year, the Secretary General of the UN said, let me quote, "I have witnessed firsthand the high level of professionalism, dedication, and know-how that exists throughout the United Nations among the able and courageous men and women who serve the organization around the world every day, even often in difficult and dangerous circumstances." End of the quote. Today, the United Nations family in Ethiopia is gathered here to celebrate the courage, commitment, and sacrifice of the men and women who have answered the noble call to become international civic servants. It happened yesterday at most of the duty stations and field missions. This year, the Staff Day is happening in a kind of watershed period when the organization is going through reforms to become more efficient. The conditions of work are becoming more difficult, and the financing means are decreasing over time. However, this year, the UN management in Ethiopia accepted to join the staff on this special event. I would like to commend this involvement of the RC office and other UN agencies, and we have the right to expect the same support for the next coming years. I have also to recognize the presence here of embassies and in the international community, as well as the support of our host country, Ethiopia, through His Excellency seated here.
As this day is dedicated to the UN Staff Day, I will be simply saying, dear colleagues, with all protocols observed, it's a great pleasure to be standing in front of you on this very special day. This is the day when we celebrate our commitments, dedication, professionalism, and contribution to the UN all over the world. I wish to quote our Secretary General remark last month when he said that UN Staff Day is a day we celebrate our ideals, peace, sustainable development, human rights, solidarity and compassion. It is also a day to celebrate the skills, commitments, and talents that the UN staff demonstrate in so many ways on so many challenges. That was the quote of the UN Secretary General. This is very true. Our UN colleagues in different parts of the world sacrificed and continue to sacrifice their lives pursuing the mission of the UN. In this special day, we remember our colleagues' indispensable contribution, which gives us the courage and passion to continue giving our best to the UN Global's endeavor. On behalf of the ECA management, I congratulate all of you for choosing to become an international civil servant and commit your skills, talent, and time to the wonderful cause of the UN. Thank you.
Are you guys happy? What an absolutely great day that we are able to witness it, that we're able to be here together. You know, I don't know if you know that there is a gift, a special gift in working with the UN. It isn't just about the salary we get at the end of the month. It's such a privilege to be in touch with the rich diversity of humanity, that we come to work every day and we're working face to face with these amazing people who come from other countries, who enrich our own values with their own values. It's something we take for granted, but colleagues, I want to tell you this morning that we use this occasion as a reminder of the great privilege and honor it is to serve in the United Nations, because it's special. To do the kind of work that we do, I am able to confidently go to our main client, the government of Ethiopia, and say, we can assure you of the highest quality, commitment to the highest quality and standards of work. It is because of the confidence that I have in what you provide. One of the advantages of being a resident coordinator, apart from all the headaches, is that I actually get to know what the UN does. Many of you get to know what you do at your agency level, but it is my business to know what every single of the 28 UN entities in this country does. And when you have that kind of connection, you can't help but be proud of this organization, because when we put it all together, it's quite amazing. The totality of the UN presence in this country and footprint is incredible. There is nothing that is left untouched by the United Nations in its support to Ethiopia. We take into account the entire human being, from birth to the end, the whole life cycle, and we work through that journey with the country and with the people. It's incredible, and I think you should all be proud of that walk. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. I want to say the diversity of the UN staff is what makes it all happen. There are some of you who infuse energy and enthusiasm in the organization by virtue of who you are, your personality. You know them, you know these staff members who come in and there is always laughter, right? They are so important and we thank them. The gregarious ones among us. There are the intellectuals the deep thinkers, those who analyze the problems and walk us towards the solution. I want to thank you. They're probably not the most humorous, but they make a rich contribution to the depth of our work. There are those who are structurally minded, and you know yourselves. You make sure that the data is put into the system perfectly. We want to thank you, because accuracy is part of professionalism, and it's also part of our accountability. There are those who are peacemakers among us, the people who keep the peace. Even when you get the most difficult clients, there is no turbulence, because you have the skill to know how to navigate the rough waters. I want to thank the peacemakers and peacekeepers among us. And you know yourselves. I want to thank those who help us to reflect, those who ask penetrating questions. I don't want you to feel isolated or left out or marginalized. Continue to ask the difficult questions of your leaders and your managers. Continue to probe. Continue to challenge us. So also here, I thank the challengers in the UN staff. We need to be challenged. The UN is better or worse because of you. And I think every day I witness staff who have in their diction this whole spirit of whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I witness this, and it makes me proud. It inspires me, because we're living in an extremely difficult world. The call that the UN has been called, the mission is getting, the task is getting tougher by the day. And we need staff with the kind of spine that says, whatever it takes, we'll be there and we'll work with it.
As he has said, I will not be that serious. I will only take not much of your time, maybe a minute, a message from my minister, actually. He was invited today, but he couldn't make it, so he told me that since you've been there on October 24th, go ahead and, celebrate this with the staff. So it's an honor for me to be here with the staff of the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you've been celebrating the UN Day for the last few days, and I was extremely honored to be part of this celebration. So the message of my minister is as follows. On behalf of the government, I would like to thank you for inviting Ethiopia to celebrate the United Nations Staff Day. It gives us a great pleasure to see a diverse community here, and this is a manifestation of the theme of this year, which is potential in diversity. The UN's office everywhere have been home to much diversity. The UN, with its 193 member states, represents people of different backgrounds, ethnicities, and beliefs from across the world. What we see today is a good example. We can say that the UN employees here in Addis and generally in Ethiopia do add more culture, ethnicity, and generally a beauty to the much diverse people we have here. My country is really honored to have been the seat of the UNECA headquarters here in Addis, with its thousands of employees from different countries. This, coupled with the AU Commission seat, makes Ethiopia a truly political capital of Africa. Additionally, Addis Ababa ranks 4th or 5th in the world by the concentration of embassies and international organizations. Not only that, Addis Ababa is also among the top 4 cities in the world where UN properties are located. I think I'm not mistaken here. I assure you of the government's continued cooperation in discharging your responsibilities. Therefore, Ethiopia, with its much appreciated hospitality, will continue to accommodate our brothers and sisters to make their stay in Ethiopia a pleasant one. I wish you to have a relaxing and successful UN Staff Day. I thank you so much.
So now that we are done with the official protocol, I am now allowed to really go carte blanche. So we'll start with Ethiopian Airlines before we have a cultural presentation or dance by the Indonesians. We have Ethiopian Airlines coming to give us a ticket to anywhere on the continent. And actually, let them announce it. Let them announce it.
Thank you very much. We are so happy to be here with you on your Employees Day. As you know, Ethiopian Airlines is always with Economic Commission of Africa for any travel needs. And we are so happy to present you 2 economy class tickets for any destination in Africa. So I hope this will be the beginning, and every time we are with you, and I hope you will have a wonderful day. Thank you very much and have a great day.
An award ceremony, well, it's not an award ceremony, it's an award certificate to Helen Bera for promoting the Sustainable Development Goal number 5 of gender equality and empowerment of women and girls within her latest song. And then from there we go through the SDG quiz. But for now, let us all enjoy the Indonesian performance. Thank you.
It's an award to Miss Helen Berher, who is a musician and has actually written a theme song for the SDGs for us here locally. And I know she doesn't want to do this, but I'm going to beg her to sing a few words of that song, even if... Please, you see, by popular demand, right?
I'm not sure when she's supposed to do this. Now? So we make her do it now? It's okay. I'll hold the certificate.
ልምራሽ ማለቱን ተው Thank you.
I think we've been asked for a very short translation of the song. So basically, Helen is saying, please don't try to lead me. It really is for the good of both of us if we work in partnership. It's no good if the man is always insisting on leading and not listening to the women. Okay, so now we're about to start our quiz, SDG and UN quiz. It's a fun, quick, common sense quiz, but I'd like to start by thanking UNICEF and UNFPA, who've really been behind the scenes in helping us put this together. Someone doesn't know I'm speaking. So let me start by calling the judges. We've got Rahel Kabede ILO, Helen Yosef, UN Women, Abraham Galau, UNFPA. Yes. And for our contestants, put your hands together for Miriam Malua, UNAIDS, on this side. Guys.
Yeah, the team agreed on Octobot. Yes.
And it means?
That the life under the sea.
Oh, octopus. Okay, so we've got Empress Aitu fighting against the octopus. Okay. It could happen. Miriam, could you read the first number you picked, which will correspond to a question? Number 4. So for each question right, you will get 5 points. Okay, so number 4 is, which goal number is decent work and economic growth? Which goal number, which SDG goal number is decent work and economic growth? So, you say goal number 8? Right. Abdel? Number 2? What is the overarching motto promoted by the 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development? The overarching motto is something we repeat in every single speech.
I think transformed our world.
Does the other team want to have a go?
Leaving no one behind.
Okay, it's your team start. Number 5. Oh, okay. Which goal number deals with the following SDG? Achieving gender equality.
Number 5.
Aitu is leading by how many marks? Aitu has 15, and the octopus has 5. This one you'll need to move a bit. You may all recall when we did the post-2015 consultations, we're all trying to dream of the world we want to create, so the future we want. Judges, are you ready? Okay, go. You've got 2 minutes. Strategy. Strategy is important. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2, 2.5, 1, 0. Stop. And please walk away from the board. Walk away from the board. We'll have the judges go to each board and see how many you've completed. Don't remember the goals, so they're cheating a bit.
Gift spa packages from Kuriftu Resorts and Boston Spa. Well, of course, the Sheraton did provide us with a 10-kilogram cake. Bookworld Bookstore has provided 4 books for prize winners. Yoda Abyssinia Cultural Restaurant provides a coffee ceremony to the lucky prize winner. Garden of Coffee provides an authentic Ethiopian coffee tasting experience. Biogenic is offering a gift spa and packages for prize winners. And then Muya is providing a gift for prize winners. And finally, Harambe is providing a taste of Ethiopia to the prize winners. I'm sure the tickets are moving around. Please, they are only 50 birr. Who has ever bought a 50 birr ticket to Mauritius and back?
Okay, do we have, we are getting 1 point for each goal you've done right. So Octopus, how many? Octopus has 12 and Aitu, 9. And you will, you'll realize what happened when we threw everything together. Octopus took double, but that's reality in life. The sharing of resources, equitable sharing of resources is what one lesson we wanted to give everyone. There was enough for both groups. Strategy is don't panic. So our third one, we want each team to nominate the person who's the most creative, the person who's the most artistic. Don't worry, we're not asking you to sing. The person who's the most descriptive and very visual. Miriam, do you want to consult? Abdel, consult. So someone who's really visual, who is really good at describing something, who is very artistic. Yeah. So yours is Maki. Excellent. Miriam, yours will be Yodit. So can I have both Maki and Yodit on the side? Okay. So this is the part. We once again go back to the SDGs, but what we want you to do is your colleagues on this side will pick a goal from here. They will not show it to you, but without using any words and not making any reference to the number of the goal, you have to describe it in such a way in your movements, in your features, that they can guess which goal you're talking about. Okay? So let's say it's not an SDG, but let's say I got something that said bird. If I did this, my team can say bird. Okay? So I put you here because you will be showing them so they have a clear idea where you were standing. Can you see her? Okay. Now, how long does she have? We can give you 1 minute. So use your every bodily movement, features, everything. Describe this goal, but no reference to the number. And no words. Excellent. You've seen it? Okay. Excellent. Yeah. One more. Okay. This should be fun. We don't have an education. Okay, so octopus gets a point. Make sure you're facing the group you think can do the best. So you can face this one because they've already guessed. Joseph, you want to guess? Climate action. Point. You're good. So now it's just a matter of the group, the judges tallying the points. As you can see, it's very, very, very close. So can I ask our octopus team, which got 47 points, Abdel? One for each. Yes, yeah, for each person in the team. Don't worry, we've got lots of gifts. Abdel, we also have CD of Helen Berry, his new song.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. Rosa. Well done. Meron. Thank you, everyone. So we hope you had fun and you now know how to describe the SDGs.
Let me introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Ali Jesus from Black Lion Hospital. I'm hemato-oncologist, and over there I do have my colleague with me, who happen to be the CEO of Dr. Abbas Hospital. And Black Lion Hospital is the Center for Cancer. Currently, that is the only hospital addressing the issues of cancer in the country. Besides, on an average, Black Lion Hospital manages about 70,000 new cases of cancers annually, and over 500,000 patients on annual basis. Cancer treatment, as in general in developing countries and in particular in our setup, there are many hurdles, many challenges, and among them, our patients come very late. That means early awareness of the symptoms and signs of cancers are mandatory to the public. Besides, all those patients or children are coming from, all over from the country, and as such, they do have a number of problems, like financial.
Attention.
Financial, social, and they need strong support from the public.
My colleagues from the National Hospital have spoken, but I want to say that even in a community as small as the UN, most of the evacuations we have every year are cancer cases. And I can tell you from the beginning of the year to now, we've evacuated about 46 staff members out of the country, and about 90% of those cases are cancer cases. That means we are being faced by a serious health problem that is not only peculiar to Ethiopia, but to the world. What I think is of concern to us today, and we need to make an effort, is the fact that adults who have lived their lives can afford to have the disease, but we cannot close our eyes for children we brought into the world who are still starting life to be suffering from such a drastic health issue. So the reason why the team is here, they've given you the statistics, is that we can make a change. We can make a difference in the lives of these children. I don't want to bore you with a lot of statistics, but the world puts it at 720 children suffering from cancer every day. And so the children, they tell you, and I will show one of them. Sorry. Yeah. You can see the face of this child. He looks as if it was a father, but that is a child that is not up to 7 years old. It is how devastating cancer can be to a life. You're gradually wasting, and finally, you die in pains. I think if adults can withstand the pains, children definitely cannot withstand the pains. And the message they've given us here is that most kids feel better with just a bandage and a kiss. Kids with cancer need a cure. Not to take so much of your time, I've added my voice on behalf of the UN clinic that we see. Unfortunately, we've not seen so many children here because our focus is the staff and not the children. But I've added my voice to my colleagues from Black Lion to say, let's make a difference in the lives of these children. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Grace. And with that somber moment, we will try to uplift our mood by going straight to the food tasting. I repeat, it's tasting, it's not filling.
It's very artistic. And what is this? Eggplant, yes.
is Africa. This time for Africa. This time for Africa.
And the king is about to depart. Thank you, yes! Oh wait, what is the prize? What's the prize?
A flight anywhere in Africa.
I have a ticket on me. E040. You have just won yourself a flight to anywhere in Africa. If you are here to claim your ticket, if not, you snooze, you lose, you gotta be in it to win it. F072, I repeat, F072. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner for E040? Huh? No. All right. F072. 4, 3, 2, 1. I can go all day. D001. If you have ticket number D001. A round of applause for this gentleman. We have to do our due diligence.
You have a digital seat.
Pretend you did not hear that. Correcto resort, one night for the man and his family.